side by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a run with Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stand, watch, and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are, and you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's 2nd and a yard. There's a quick throw to Thielen. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Cousins to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. They're going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point among the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shreds the tackle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. There's Wilson to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Wilson on the keeper. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They go play action with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. Pushing his way through. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. In the NFL in 2020, only Derrick Henry had more yards after contact than Dalvin Cook, and runs like we just saw. That's why.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On the ground, it's Cook. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. You can see this quite a bit on running plays when the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Cousins. And this one complete to Smith.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Cook running right, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of the...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Nice throw. Big man catches the football for a first down, and that big man, that's DK Metcalf, the ninth receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think if we redid it, he might very well be the first one off the board. 83 catches for 1,300 yards last year.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. blocked. It's picked up. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
Pass him this.
Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 63 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Hey, that right there, that's how you flip the script. The field goal would have made this a two-score game. Instead, the extra point now would tie us up.
And you know what you have to guard against? Pointing fingers at each other now. Instead of being in control of this game, now you've got a battle on your hands. It's almost like having to start over.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Heading at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time, they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. A field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action now. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Finds a seam inside the 40.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hall. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 3-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14.
Vikings 14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The play of the half, Cousins. And running with power here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Buying time to his left. They'll get that complete to Alberto. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for Seattle.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10. Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Here's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On second down now, it's Cook. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
First down. Here's the run with Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Seattle. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.
And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's got some space here. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there on the catch and run. From up here in the booth, looked like he started to make his cut into the middle of the field right as that ball was being released. That's how you draw it up.
Exactly how you draw it up, but you don't often get that result because that means absolute confidence from both the receiver and the quarterback to know both will be in the spot they're supposed to be.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. KJ Osborne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Joseph on for the extra point. That's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because
that's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will tie our game here in the third.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Cousins now. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Returnable for Lockett. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield, instead checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as how to bring up 4th down. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Forced out to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They start the drive with Cook, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On play action, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now Wilson. It's complete to Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This for the lead in the final stages. Myers' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Brings up second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Here's Cousins. Completes this to Jefferson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
At the 50-yard line.
Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Hey, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lap. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
First and 10.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Cousins to throw. And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Wilson. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
It's a gain of 53 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
One last shot for Wilson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.